Oftentimes, when we think about relationships, we think about the joy, the bliss, the happiness that is supposed to give us. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case for Martha, whose life has been drastically changed from the actions of her ex-boyfriend. This man, who is currently at large, has disfigured this young girl, changing her life forever. In a twist of fate, Martha, acid was poured on her, disfiguring her from what she used to be to what she is currently. Today, we are here with Martha Karikari Asiamah to share her story, which is actually 4 years now. Martha, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Could you please brief us as to how this whole thing started? How old were you? When did it start? How did you feel?
Okay, so I was 18 years, and during that time I was in senior high school, and I met this guy named Prince. It's called Prince Amankwah. So he proposed to me. I accepted it, and we started dating. Then later on, his actions and behavior towards me was too much because at that age I was young, although I knew nothing much about relationship, but I went to it, and he was always pressuring me and just didn't want me to even have friends. So it got to a time when I was in school, then he asked me for blood covenant.
Blood covenant?
Yes. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. So he was always coming and telling me that he wants to date with me, but I was always refusing to do that. And once they were going for inter-school games and I was at home, so this guy came to my house and he was like, someone sent him to deliver a package to me. And I was asking that nobody has called me that day that he's going to send someone to deliver something to me. So I was confused. And I asked him whether he knew that person. And he was like, no, he doesn't know much about that person, but he can give me his number for me to call him and find out. Yeah, so I took the package and I opened it. It was empty savings box. And
the local susu box?
Yeah, the local susu box. Then empty spray bottle, which was wrapped in the rubber band. So I opened it and I was like, who sent you this to come and give it to me? And he was like, he himself, he doesn't know what was inside the package, but so I took the contacts and I called the number. He gave me 4 contacts. I called the number, none of them went through.
So you're trying to figure out who sent you the
package? Who sent the package. And when he was giving me the contact, he was trying to get closer to me. But the moment he gets closer to me, like I just get scared and move backwards. So he stood there for some time, then he left. Because where I was staying, that time I was in Atonsu, located in Kumasi. Yeah, so where I was staying, there was a warehouse there. So there were a lot of people around. So he was just standing there and he left. The next day I went to visit a friend and I was telling that friend that someone came to me to deliver the saving box and the empty bottle to me. And where that friend too was, that's where my ex-boyfriend too was staying.
Okay.
Yeah. So
was he also in Atonsu or that's a different location?
In Atonsu. So when I was going to visit a friend, the guy saw me and he came to the house to listen to every conversation that I was talking with my friend. And after we were done with the conversation, I was going home. Then I met the guy, my ex-boyfriend, just in front of our house. And he was asking me about the package I received from the person. And I told him that I knew nothing about it and I don't even know the person who sent it. Then he was like, okay. So the next day, which was January 27th, it was Monday, in the evening around 8 p.m. and I went out to get noodles from a shop, and the shop too is my ex-mother's shop. Yeah, so I went to get the noodles to come and cook it at home. So,
was it a provision
shop?
Okay.
Yeah. So when I got home and my ex-boyfriend called me and he was asking me where I was and I told him I'm in the house. So he hung up the call. I was thinking that maybe his airtime got finished, but he didn't call back. So just some few seconds, then my grandmother also called me from the room that I should come and check something for you. So when I went inside, she was saying that she's watching a TV program and the TV just went off, so I should check it for her. And I was like, okay, let me just have a look at it. So I was having a look at it, but it was not working. And
So you went outside?
Yeah. So I went outside.
Yeah.
Which is at our backyard. I went outside, and then when I got to the backyard, that place too, there's no light there, so I had to use my flashlight from my phone. So when I was standing there trying to put the flashlight on, then someone threw something on me. At that moment, I thought it was water, but suddenly my body started melting, and I was screaming, and I went back upstairs, and my grandmother came out, and she was asking me, Martha, what is happening? I was telling her that someone poured acid on me. So when she was coming, all her focus was on me. She was not looking anywhere. Then she also slipped and fell. So the acid, which was dripping from my body on the floor, she fell in it, and she also got burnt on part of her body. So I was taken to the hospital, and my ex-boyfriend came there, and he was asking me if I have wronged anyone. And then I told him no. So they went to the police station to have a case, and my ex-boyfriend went with my grandmother and my other sister too. So they went to the police station. The CID came to me and took my statement. And then later on, my ex told the police that there is one guy at our area who is saying that he has acid in his room. And he is thinking that maybe he is the guy who came to pour the acid on me, so they should go and arrest him. So the police went to the guy's house and arrested him. And then when they were waiting for my ex to also give his statement, he was nowhere to be found. But during the incident, he stayed with me at the hospital for 2 weeks.
I see.
Yeah. So when he was at the hospital with me, he came and he left his phone. Like he has downloaded a video on it, so just in case if I'm feeling sad or bored, I could be watching the video just to make me happy. And I told him, okay. So after the other guy was arrested, we were not seeing him at the hospital again.
Your boyfriend?
Yeah, my boyfriend. He was nowhere to be found at the hospital again, and my sister tried calling him several times, but he was giving lots of excuses and that then. And the neighborhood too, lots of people were saying that it's Prince. They usually call him Kofi Jr. So they were like, Kofi Jr. is the one who did it, so they should arrest him. But that time, we didn't know where he was. Yeah, so, and when I was at the hospital too, since the acid affected my eye, they had to close my eye for like 10 months.
10 months?
Yeah.
Wow.
Before they opened, because I wasn't able to see, and the condition, how it affected the eye too, it was getting really severe. So the doctors were like, if they don't close it, I'm going to lose both eyes forever. So I agreed for them to do the surgery. Yeah. Until they opened it, when I was discharged from the hospital, I stayed there for 6 months. Which
hospital?
Confanochi Teaching Hospital.
Okay.
Yeah, I stayed there for 6 months, and after my discharge, when I went home, my friend came there and visited me. He was talking about a guy who is inside the room, like he doesn't go out, and they asked him why he doesn't go out, and he was like, he went out one evening and he was attacked by armed robbers, and they poured acid on him, on his hands. Yeah, that same area. They poured acid on his hand and took his phone and other stuff for him. So I was like, okay. And during that time too, when that friend told me, I wasn't seeing anything. So just in case, even if they bring a picture of him, I won't be able to tell. So I told him to wait. If they get my eyes open and I'm able to see, I can tell whether I know him or not. So God being so good, they opened the eye, the stitches, and I was able to see. So I asked him to bring the pictures, and it was the guy who brought the package. Yeah, who brought the package that someone sent him to deliver it to me.
Do you know his name, the guy who brought it?
He's called Bobo.
Bobo?
Yeah, he's also at Atonsi. He was staying at Atonsi.
Is that his actual name, or you have?
That is the name I know. Yeah, but I don't know his real name though. But that's the name most people know him by. Yeah. So we then that was when we got to know that it was that guy who brought the package who came to pour the acid on me that night. And the case too was at Asqua police station. But the CID wasn't helping because since the thing happened, he came to the hospital 3 times. After the 3rd time, he never stepped there again. Throughout the 6 months, my stay at the hospital, the CID never came there.
The CID never came.
Yeah. So we had to move the case from Asqua police station to Kumasi Central police station. And they also tried their best to search for the guys, but up to now, they are nowhere to be found. And they arrested my ex-mom to find information from here. But she was also saying she doesn't know where her son is. And we are telling something that we don't know because his son
cannot do that.
Yeah, cannot do that. So she doesn't know where his son is.
But how sure are you that it was him?
What I'll say that if it wasn't him, he would have been around when it happened. He would have been around. And all the people that he got them involved, that they were responsible for the incident, they are still around. And the guy to Bobo, when it happened, he was going to my ex-mother's house to look for my ex. That he asked him to do a job for him, and he was going to pay him 100 cedis. Yeah, so he had sent Bobo to come and pour the acid on me so that he pays him 100 cedis. But later, when he was done with it, he didn't pay the money, so he was going there to collect the money from him. So when he wasn't seeing him, that was when Bobo went to tell the guy my ex made the police arrested that my ex was there. Yeah.
So for 4 years now, you mentioned that you've had 14 surgeries.
Yeah.
Were they all done at the Confanoche in Ghana?
Yeah, Confanoche and some too at Volta region.
So initially, how were you able to fund the surgeries?
Okay, my family were supporting during that time. Yeah.
Did you have an average as to how much you spent so much on surgeries?
Oh, it's a lot, so. Because even during my stay at the hospital, at the ICU, and the surgery, when I was being transferred to the main ward, at the end we paid about 8,000 to 10,000. That was for 2 months. That 2 months. So every month I'll go for surgery. Every month I'll go for surgery for like all those previous days. So that's a lot. And when I was discharged too, I was still going for surgeries. Yeah.
So how has it affected your life so far in terms socially, academically, personally?
With academically, I was schooling, so due to this,
You mentioned that you were in Kumasi Secondary.
Yeah, I was in SHS too. So I couldn't complete school, and after now, I haven't been able to go to school because my eyes, the vision is not really clear. The vision is very blurry, So I haven't been able to go to school. I'm always at home. Just go out for hospital checkups and that. Yeah.
So what of your social life?
Well, I don't have friends around, just my schoolmates that I knew. And sometimes to where I stay right now, you go out, you see kids and they will see you and they will be running. Yeah, it really makes me feel bad.
Did you lose some friends through the process when it happened?
No, those I had, they are still with me. Yeah, they're supporting. Yeah.
Would it be okay if you take the mask off so we see the extent of damage?
Yes.
So, currently, if you are to restore your entire body back to how it was, have you done any research into how is going to go, how much it's going to cost?
Yeah. So far I've researched Turkey. I had one hospital there, and I had consultation with the doctors over
Did
there.
you go there? Or
I didn't go there,
okay.
but it was through virtual consultation. Yeah, and they gave me the treatment plan. So I sent them the pictures after the virtual consultation, and they sent me the treatment plan and the procedures they are going to have done on me.
Can you brief us?
With the procedures, they are going to fix the eyelid, because when I close the eyes, it doesn't close fully, so there is still way, and it gives me burning sensation. So they are going to get the eyelid fixed and the nose.
So would they put lashes on it, or just
with that one? I don't know. Yeah.
And then the nose
and
also.
The nose, yeah, the lip, and they will get to fix the scars. And my chest too.
So did it get on your chest and everything?
Yeah, my chest and my hands, back. Yeah.
Your back also?
Yeah.
So, but right now, what would you wish to do to make you live a normal life?
Okay, what bothers me the most about the whole thing is like the face. Yeah. So if they can do something about the facial appearance right now, I think it will make me feel better. Yeah. And the eye too, be having burning sensation, and the lashes to grow, then be scratching the cornea. So it just gives me a lot of
so if you're able to get your face done, at least it would give you some sense of normalcy.
Yeah.
And would you want to go back to school to pursue your...
Yeah.
But what, as a person, when you started, what career path did you have in mind that you wanted to do?
I wanted to go into law.
Into law? Yeah. Oh, okay. So if you get something done on your face and you're okay, you would want to go back?
Yeah.
But I'm wondering what is stopping you from going now?
Okay, what's stopping me from going now is the vision, the eye. Yeah, because...
So the glasses doesn't really help that much?
No, although it's medicated, but it doesn't really help that much. The doctors were, it takes time because there's still scars, wounds, and on it, so it will take time with the treatment. Yeah, and they tried giving me contact lens, which was helping me with the vision and also preventing the lashes from scrubbing the cornea. But later on, it was giving me infection, which I have to take them out. Right now, I don't know what again, so they'll just I've been using medications, eye medications too.
So in terms of your breathing, are you able to breathe normal, or you have some?
Sometimes I have some complications.
Okay, so the cost of the surgery, when you did your research, how much was it going to be?
With the Turkeys, they gave me an estimate of $49,180.
$49,180.
Yes. And with the UK too, I had a consultation with them. So the person who helped me to get
that was
to
also
them,
virtual?
Yes. He was asking them about any roughly estimate, and they were saying from 60 to 80,000 pounds.
60 to 80,000 pounds.
Yeah. And the US too. With the US, I met them. They came to Ghana to have free surgeries. I was thinking they could help, but they told me the time they are spending over here is not much, so they can't do it.
What team was that?
They are from India. Some are from India, and
okay.
some too are from Germany. So a group of doctors from different countries. Yeah. But with the doctor I spoke to, he's at US, Las Vegas. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's where he is. So he was saying that if I come, he is going to do the surgery. He wouldn't take anything, but he's going to collaborate with other doctors. And if I come there too, my expenses and with medications, food, and where I was going to stay,
it will be on you.
Yeah, with $50,000 will be much enough. Yeah, for the surgery.
So have you tried to get some funding for it?
Yeah.
And how far have you gone?
Yeah.
Have you made any money?
I've been on other media platforms for the fundraising, and so far I've been able to raise some, but about 100,000 Ghana cedis.
100,000 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
So if suppose you want to do it in the US, since they are saying the surgery is free, 100,000, how much is that? How much would that take off the $50,000 that they're asking?
Not up to $10,000. Yeah.
So you need about 40,000.
Yeah, and one of my sister too is helping. She has created a GoFundMe platform, which
Is she in the US?
Yeah, she's in the US. So over there, I have been able to raise this, I think, $325. She created it last week, about 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You've been able to raise
$325.
$325. Okay. But that's just last week, so that's 7 days. So. In our discussion earlier, you mentioned that when you step out in the sun, after a while you feel some pain.
Yeah.
Could you describe that pain that you feel?
When I step into the sun, my body, because of the scars on the skin, it starts to itch. Yeah, so
it starts to itch.
Yeah, it's very itchy. So sometimes I really find it difficult when it's very scorchy and getting into the sun. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So besides that,
yeah, and also I used to have chest pains. Yeah, there is just scars on the chest which really cause pain sometimes. Yeah, and there's contractures the neck side which also makes it difficult for me to lift my head up and to turn sideways.
So if you have a message to tell someone out there who is watching, what would you say?
What I would tell anyone who is watching me right now is I would like them to help me to get the surgery. Yeah, because the pains I'm going through is really unbearable, and because of that too, I'm unable to continue school right now because of the eye. Yeah, and my parents too are not working, so with their financial support, I'm not getting that from them. So at least if they help me with the fundraising to get money for the surgery, I can go back to school, then get my studies done, and then continue with the career I wanted to have. Yes.
What of in terms of domestic abuse? If someone is watching you right now who is enduring certain, like you said, maybe they've seen certain traits in their boyfriend and they've sort of brushed it off, because I'm sure when you were dating, you probably saw a few red flags. That is why you decided to quit, only for this to happen. So if you're watching someone, if you're those watching right now, if you had a message to tell them in terms of domestic abuse and relationships, what would you say?
Okay, what I'll tell them is that like there are most of the ladies or men, like all genders. When you're in a relationship and something is not right, you have to quit earlier, because if you stay in the relationship and thinking that things will work out, maybe you might end up somewhere you wouldn't want to be. Yeah, because maybe I was so lucky, God saved me and I'm alive now. But although I'm alive, but I'm going through certain pains that I wish I never had. So, and if you're in school too, I'll advise the teens to focus in schooling, their studies, rather than get into early relationship, because I don't know, maybe they might not be lucky, just like me. So I'll just...
Do you have a picture of you how you were before and now?
Yes.
You have it on your phone?
Yes.
Can we see? Martha Karikari Asiamah. Thank you for coming on our show and for speaking to us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. We have been talking to Martha here, who, as I mentioned earlier, has been disfigured by her ex-boyfriend. Today she came here, she shared her story to us, and she's also appealing for funds to be able to afford reconstructive surgery. She's had dreams, she's had hopes, she wants to be a lawyer, she wants to run a business, but because of the condition that she's in right now, she's unable to. Her hope and wish currently is to be able to get her face and her eyes done, so she can see better, she can feel better about herself and go after the dreams that she's always wanted to. She wants to be a lawyer, but as you can see now, she's unable to, mainly because of her eyes. If anyone wants to support or help, what is the way to contact you?
I have a number that they can contact me through it, and the number is 0556 368570. Yeah.
0556 368570.
Yes.
Does it accept? Is it on mobile money?
Mobile money.
So, do you have any bank account? Is there any bank details also?
Yes, I have bank details. The account number is 623 101 008086. Yeah, and the name is Martha Karikari Asiamah.
What's the bank?
GCB Bank. And the mobile money name is Martha Karikari Asiamah.
Okay, viewers, thank you for staying with us. We have been chatting with Martha Karikari Asiamah over here. For more news, kindly log on to our social media platforms. We are on Facebook, Daily Graphic, and we are on YouTube as Graphic Online TV. I have been your host, Gloria Apre. See you next time. Bye.